You know that feeling, right?
Yeah.
You get an email from a brand you bought socks from like 3 years ago. The subject line is just, hello, first name, we miss you.
Oh, yeah. And the email itself is just this generic grid of products that has absolutely nothing to do with you. It feels, well, it feels lazy.
It's the digital equivalent of a bad blind date. But that's where most companies are right now. Today, we're doing a deep dive into the AI personalization playbook.
And the big idea here isn't just about, writing better emails.
No.
It's really about a fundamental shift for leaders. The playbook frames this whole thing as a survival guide.
Right.
We're moving from the old era of segmentation, just putting people in buckets, to true individualization.
Okay, so let's drill down on that.
Yeah.
Because personalization is one of those buzzwords that gets thrown around so much it loses all its meaning.
For sure. The playbook makes a pretty clear distinction. It all comes down to static versus dynamic. So traditional segmentation is static. It's you are a female, under 30, you live in Chicago. That's who you are on paper. But AI personalization cares about what you're doing right now.
So it's behavioral. It's not just who I am. It's about the context of what I'm doing in the moment.
Exactly. It's predictive. The playbook outlines this 4-step loop: data, analysis, prediction, and action. But the magic, the real magic is in step 3, prediction.
Right, because traditional marketing just analyzes what you did.
AI predicts what you're about to do.
The Spotify analogy in the source material really clicked for me here. Spotify doesn't just go, oh, you like rock, here's a rock playlist.
Exactly. It looks at the tempo you like, the time of day, the fact that you just skipped 3 songs in a row, and it predicts the exact song that will keep you listening, even if you've never heard it. That's the stickiness the playbook is talking about.
Okay, but let's play devil's advocate for a minute, for the leaders listening. Setting up a predictive engine sounds expensive and really resource heavy. Is the ROI actually there?
The data says it's not just cool tech, it's critical. Brands with mature personalization programs are seeing revenue jumps of up to 30%.
30%?
Yeah.
That's a massive number, especially in this economy.
It is, and Gartner backs that up too. They predict that companies that really use this stuff effectively will outperform their peers by 20%.
I think the flip side of that is even more dangerous, though. The playbook mentioned that, 70% of customers are actively frustrated by impersonal experiences? So it's not even an option anymore, it's an expectation. If you aren't anticipating my needs, I just assume your product is, inferior.
Friction is the enemy. If I have to search for what I want, you've basically already lost. And this isn't just about sales, it's about operational efficiency too. Think about customer support.
Right, the chatbot examples.
Yeah. If an AI can predict why you're on the help page from your last 3 clicks and just serve you the solution before you even type a question, think of the human hours that saves.
You're lowering your costs while making the customer happier.
Exactly.
So, looking at the Netflix case study in the text, that was the gold standard example. The stat that blew my mind was that 80% of activity on Netflix is driven by their recommendation engine.
80%. That means only 20% of the time do people actually use the search bar for something specific.
Both terrifying and impressive. We just want to be fed what we want.
We want to be understood. And Netflix analyzes everything to do that: genre, viewing history, even the device you're on. But this is the point where most leaders check out. They think, well, I'm not Netflix. I don't have $1 billion.
That's the big data myth, right?
It is. And the playbook works really hard to dismantle that. You don't need massive data. You need clean data.
And you can start small.
Yeah.
I thought that personalization audit worksheet in the source material was actually pretty practical. It's not asking you to, transform your entire business on day one.
No, it's about looking for quick wins. Maybe it's just personalizing a follow-up email based on a specific link someone clicked. Or maybe it's just tweaking the homepage banner based on where they came from.
It's a mindset shift from how do I blast this one message to everyone to how do I help this one specific person right now.
That's the core of it, moving from being reactive to being anticipatory.
And if you want to run that audit on your own business, check the caption. We've linked all the details on the playbook there. It's worth a look just to see where your gaps are.
Definitely.
So before we wrap up, the playbook sparked a weird thought for me. If these algorithms get good enough to predict what we want, before we even know we want it, are companies just reacting to the market, or are they actually shaping it?
That might be a deep dive for another day.
Something to think about. Thanks for listening.